There is something going on with the modern man that we need to expose today. A lot of the men today that are my age, in their 20s and a little bit younger, have low self-esteem. Now we got to go through all the ways how we got here, the ways and why men have low self-esteem. So before we get too far into the video, I just want to remind you guys, hit the like button and comment your thoughts towards the end once you get towards the end of the video. And let me know if you guys are seeing this as well. Because I was just sitting here thinking today, and I'm like, I'm noticing this over and over and over again in my real life and on the internet. So what are some ways that destroys men's ego in today's society? Well, today's society itself is one of the reasons. From a young age, as a man, you're taught that you're a misogynist. You're taught that you're evil, that you're violent, and that women are angels and heavenly, and you have to touch them politely, not realizing that she is just as much as a predator as you. You see it in movies. Women are beating in battle well-known superheroes that were never conquered or beat by women in comics. I was watching a recent YouTube video, and one of the guys said he had a son. And his son said these exact words, and these exact words startled the mess out of me when it comes to the plight of young men today and the future of masculinity in America. He said, "Dad, I've never seen a man beat a woman in anything." Think about that psychology for a second, and think about the psychology of, from a young age, just beating somebody down mentally. You start to believe the propaganda. You start to actually take action and actually accept that this is the way it is, which is very dangerous for men, because for men, you have to go to war. Women do not have to go to war. They are the results of the war, winning or losing. So you have feminism that puts the woman up here for no good reason. She's just better because the patriarchy is holding her back. Not realizing that hunters and gatherers as human beings have always put the woman in the home because it makes more sense. She gets pregnant, she's out of service for damn near a year. Men are the faster sex and stronger sex. It makes sense for them to go out and hunt. Humans have lost the reality check of how life actually goes. And then on top of this, you have wokeism that's teaching men to be effeminate. So that's just one point. You got all the different factors that society is trying to put into your head that is completely opposite of traditional masculinity. What is the other way that men are showing their low confidence? Well, it's obvious. On social media and in their real life, they're choosing and accepting low quality women. Now, when I say low quality, that doesn't always mean the looks. It could mean the actions. But we do see men that are somewhat attractive, decent looking, decent shape in relationships with overweight women. Now, I understand that there is a fat fetish going around. Some guys actually are attracted to fat women, but there's like an epidemic of guys liking fat women and accepting fat women. I don't understand that. You guys look at celebrities, you look at successful guys. They don't have fat women cradled up, holding hands, walking down the street at a business meeting. That doesn't happen. The psychology is all screwed up. Not demanding their women to get in shape at some point. Not saying you have to look like a model, but functional shape. Men are accepting the obesity standards of today's society. And hell, it might just be our society is such shit and our food is such shit that obesity is a problem. And we're going to have to accept that most people are going to be obese in the coming years. I think they predicted that in a study. On top of that, you have guys dealing with disrespectful behavior. You have guys on the internet that are married to women that curse them out in public. They're in relationships with women that treat them horribly, that string them along, that use them for their money. You have women, it's gotten so bad that women will overtly state that you aren't getting any of this, and she's talking about her genitalia. You aren't getting any of this without spending a little bit of money. And guys are so stupid that they're spending 3, 5, 10. James Harden spent $100,000 on a date. Today's men have low standards, not only for themselves, but for their women as well. Tricking is at an all-time high. You guys wonder why you deal with a woman and she says you have to take her out to Ruth Chris on the first date. You have to go get her a Chanel bag. It's because guys are doing that without getting anything in return. Lastly, all of this is going to end bad for the entire society if men do not snap out of it. Weak men create hard times. If the men are weak in your society is going to collapse. If your men are weak in your society, they are going to lose when it comes to military war. If the men are weak in your society, they're going to be too focused on the women to actually innovate and create things. Where do we go from here? How do we get guys to snap out of it? I'm trying my best with my YouTube channel, venting about certain topics that come up on a consistent basis in my head and that I see in real life. Telling you guys and exposing things that maybe you guys have seen, but you are afraid to talk about it, or maybe you think you're the only one that's going crazy. No, this is an actual problem that needs to be solved. You guys have to realize, if you knock the buildings down today, if you knock the society down, and we live in an uncivilized world, feminism will vanish. There will be no ideology. There will be no banks. There will be no education, no lawyers, no police. You will have to fend and be around strong men in order to survive. I've said this before and I'll say it again. We are in stage 5 of Ray Dalio's order of 1 through 6. We're in stage 5 out of 6, which means we're one step away from a massive civil war. So you guys like, comment, subscribe, share the video. If you like the video, please donate to the channel. I can only do this channel on a consistent basis with you guys supporting it, whether it's subscribing, sharing the videos, liking the videos, or financially. Do all the ways you can do that are in the description below, right? So, but I appreciate you guys for all you do. I appreciate you for watching to the end. You guys have a good day, a good week. Keep your head up your standards for success. Don't accept anything less. Peace.